One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Proverbs 3:5-7. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. I have recited this great promise for most of my life because I trust God with all my heart, and I always want Him to direct my path. But recently, during my time of devotions, I got the strong sense that I had been overlooking two principles in chapter 3. Verse 5 says, do not lean or depend on your own understanding. And then later it says, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. It occurred to me that I had been singularly focused on what God would do and seldom on what I needed to do consistently. Never rely on my intellect, education, viewpoint, or way of thinking. Never be wise in my own eyes or a know-it-all. Now, this is countercultural. These days, it's common to flaunt what you know and who you know. Let people know how smart you are, confident you are, and what you bring to the table. Toot your own horn. Now, that may work for some people, but I've found that every time I was impressed with my knowledge and decided to go with my gut, my feelings, instead of asking God what He thinks and pondering what His Word says, I made a huge mistake. So did Joshua and the Israelites in Joshua chapter 9. The Gibeonites sent ambassadors to Joshua with the intention of deceiving him for fear of being annihilated. So they loaded their donkeys with worn saddlebags and patch wineskins. They put on worn-out sandals and ragged clothes. They took with them bread that was moldy and dry. So when they arrived at the Israelites' camp, they said, we have come from a distant land to ask you for a peace treaty. Joshua 9:14 says, so the Israelites examined their food, but did not consult the Lord. In other words, they checked out the situation, but they did not check with God. So Joshua made a peace treaty with them, and 3 days later, he learned the truth. They were his neighbors, but the binding oath could not be reversed. They were stuck with honoring it, and it was a major inconvenience. The incident is a constant reminder to me. It's not enough to do my interviews or investigation. God always knows much more about everything, including intent and motive. So He should always get the first and last word on any decision. Then our path will always be straight. I'm Cheryl Martin, the Good News Anchor.